Okay, and anyway, hi there. This is going to be a could be very short, could be very long. A little series of various videos of playthroughs of Tales of Maj'eyal, a roguelike game that's quite simplistic graphically, but quite mod friendly, but it's very complicated in terms of a lot of the stuff that it does, like the classes and the races. Just start this up on the base campaign. I think people can mod their own campaigns and like. It's a roguelike, it's turn-based. It's got an awful lot of unlockables. I mean, I've unlocked Temporal Wardens and the Cursed. I think I've got a Dwarven Stone Warden class, which is quite interesting unlocked. They actually dual wield shields, which is strange, I guess, but I've tried them, they're not too bad. I've got races like the ghouls and the skeletons, and I think there's a couple of I think there's a psionic race and a couple of others, well, one other. I'm not sure, I think there's vampires. Well, that'd be under undead. No, no, there's a dragon race and the like. But but yeah, you can play on exploration, unlimited lives, one life, or gaining certain lives at certain levels. But usually it is permanent death, which can be quite rough, I've found. But I'm going to probably be trying. I want to try the ghouls out. They're quite strong. They've got very good immunities. They've got a couple of good abilities that really pump up their strength and constitution for health and the like. Not sure what to do in terms of class. Berserker I've had quite a few good plays with. They're quite strong, but I want to try something a bit different possibly. The Bulwark. Bulwark is more or less just sword and board, I think. Arcane Blade is not too bad, although primarily the Ghoul unfortunately has a dexterity. Oh, actually the Ghoul, by the look of it, has a +1 dexterity, so it might actually not be too bad as the Bulwark. I might actually try the Bulwark. I've never actually played a Bulwark. I think I did it once, but be a bit strange. But there are quite a few good shields I've seen drop, which is something that my Berserker playthroughs that I've ever done usually get to miss out on. So I'm going to try something different, which is the Ghoul Bulwark. I'll go with the standard name that I tend to. Actually, no. Given their Bulwark, I'll call them the Embalmed. Okay, that's that. Ghouls, etc., etc. Okay. Most of the levels and dungeons are, except for the overworld, are randomly generated. I think it also keeps the levels roughly to your own level in terms of monsters and the like, which is quite good. Although some levels are designed specifically to be a certain way, in certain parts of levels and like. But apart from that, a lot of it's very random. So strength and dexterity are the primary stats for the Bulwark, so definitely want to get the dexterity up, but let's have a look what their abilities are. 1560 shield damage. So, okay, looks like use stamina. Oh, looks like it's a double hit with a stun. Looks like it's improves counter-strike ability, which must obviously be a straight. I'm assuming. What are these? Oh, shot. Okay, that's the one that berserkers get for the most part. It's slightly different. Let's have a look. What other ones? I can't really use these until level 10, so I won't really worry about that. I can't really use that one. These ones I need higher constitution. But anyway, let's have a look. Protective stance. So stamina. Okay, looks like the armor and defense is based on the strength, on the dex. Pretty good resistance against knockback and stunning. Let's just get a life and what's that. I'll probably go with, and I think accuracy. Yeah, accuracy. So very accurate, I suppose. With that, but dump one into that, and I'll dump one into another point of that. That. Assuming as it goes, nope. Looks like it's always negative 20 physical damage. Let's have a look. That one heals me up when I go below 50, which is always quite good. So I'm going to go with that. I'll probably be going a few into those. I'll definitely be going into that to bump up my strength and constitution. Very good way of doing so, given it bumps it up by 2 per point. Yes, let's go. So we've been raised up. Now we're going to fight back the guy who's trying to take control of us. Now, where is that? That's a sustained one. That's that. Raise your shield into a blocking position for 1 turn, reducing them all info attacks by 22. If you block all the incoming damage, the attacker will be vulnerable to a deadly counter-strike. Normal attack will instead deal 200 damage for 1 turn. Okay then. That's obviously one of the key abilities. Oops, ran right into that one. Oh dear. No, I don't want to save you, mate. But tell me about it anyway. That gives me the Ghoul's plot device, which is basically allows us to run around without. It's quite a nice one. Sorry, good little bit of a boost. But more or less helps us out, but also means we won't be attacked by people if we're wandering around in the overworld. I'm not entirely sure what happens if we were to take it off. I've never actually tried. That's the necromancer happens to have a pet that he's developed, creation that sort of between us and the well, it's one of his pet toys for the most part, a large flesh and bone golem, which is quite strong. It may kill me, and I'm hoping it doesn't kill me, because if it kills me, I'll have lost one of the lives. I've got 1 current spare life at this moment. I want to save as many lives as possible, because sometimes you just can't help but die in this game. You might run into a monster you weren't expecting, or you might get suddenly crit hit in some way that you just weren't prepared for. It happens. Hopefully it doesn't happen too much in the game while I play, because it can be a little bit unfun. Unfortunately, I can't use wild infusions as a ghoul, which is going to make things tricky because I haven't got a ability for a regeneration. A regeneration infusion, which is often quite handy and is what you often use a hell of a lot as a fighter. So hopefully that won't be a problem for me. Still not entirely sure what the block does, but reducing all physical attacks by 22. If you block all on attacks damage, the attacker will be vulnerable to any counterattack. Normal attack will instead deal. Okay. So that's not too bad. Let's go up to the next level. Let's have a look. Is that one useful? Fatigue goes up by +8, but we gain some defense, which is good, so I'm going to go with it. Oh, I can't use it. Okay, I'm going to save it. I can wear those. Cold, melee damage, cold, armor +1. Cure ailments? Nope, don't need that. Let's put the we'll just make it easy for me, but I'm going to continue to explore because it's all about that loot. There we go, leveling up. I'll just do a little bit more of an exploration. There's usually 3 levels per sort of dungeon. So this dungeon, I'm on the second one, so I've got one more to go before I have to fight the boss, which is at the top. So I should be alright. I shouldn't have any real issues. As long as I just keep myself, watch myself just a little bit, not get too carried away. And this guy's fairly defensive, but it seems pretty damn defensive compared to once I get the health regen. Once I get the health regen abilities, it would be quite good, I think. He's talking about the cloak my character has. Let's see if I've missed anything. I don't think I have. That's pretty much. You can actually, there are often hidden areas in these dungeons you can't actually or don't usually find. And you often don't find them. Like, from what I can tell, there might be one here. Nope, looks like I can get around. But you can actually dig your way. You can actually, if I had a pickaxe, I could dig my way to the corridor just on the left there. It looks like I can actually get to it. No, I can't get to it. Okay, that's interesting. So there's a lot of hidden stuff just through there. I can't get to it, unfortunately. I will level myself up. I've got a disability, a EXP penalty, unfortunately, for the ghoul, so it's a little bit harder to level up, but no biggie. Now, let's get my defense up as high as I possibly can go, because that's going to come in handy, because that's basically physical damage reduction. Or at least I think it's not, there may be other ones, I don't know, but it's probably just physical damage reduction. That's alright at the moment. I will up that. Now let's have a look. That won't be too bad. I can't get that to level 4. That's not too bad. Basically a knockback. Strength 28 for that. Level 8. Passive. shield-based skills. I'm assuming it's that. I'll stand. Okay. It's a bit of an unusual one, but not too bad. Now I want this. That's the one I want the most, because with the Bulwark, hopefully he'll have enough defensive ability to allow that to be quite useful in terms of how much I get back. But I also need this. I'll start with that one first. Next level, well, 4th level, I should be able to get that. Yeah, that one's alright. I don't think I need to worry too much about that. But I can't really get these till level 10 anyway. Oh, battle tactics, I haven't seen that one before. Wow, that's actually a very good. That's a big increase. That one will be. So I'm probably going to try and get that. Wow. One turn. Blimey. Wow. That one's damn good. True Grit. Well, looks like it's going to take a hell of a lot of stamina, but unfortunately I don't get that until level 22. But that is an incredible... Oh, consumes stamina rapidly at 13 stamina per turn. This allows me to get back, I think, actually not very much. I'm not entirely sure what stamina regen is based on, but it doesn't matter. We'll work on that later. Let's pop ourselves up to the next level and go and engage the... can't put that on. That's rough lever. Now, longsword of vileness. Attack speed 100, physical crit +2. Looks like no change except for 7% chance to disease, and it's actually a little bit weaker, but it does blight damage. I'm not going to worry about it, because what I've got is fight, unfortunately, that is probably blight resist. It has blight resistances. Just want to avoid the golem just until the end, so we can be a little bit careful. I wish you could shut doors after opening them. If you could do that, at least lock out the boss. He's around here somewhere. So I just got to be a little bit careful. Hope that he's not. I want to get myself to at least level 3 before fighting him. It's not overly hard, it's just that I haven't got a regen infusion because ghouls can't ow. Yes, ghouls can't use infusions, nature infusions. Unfortunately, I should be using this beam attack a bit more, just to give me a slight. Oh, I think I counted. Did I count it? Sometimes you just got to take it a little bit slowly. I hope you don't run into trouble. Oh, there he is. Right. Well, let's have a look. Well, that actually does stun, doesn't it? No. If it hits a second time, it stuns the target for 3 turns. Okay. getting a little bit rough. Doing a little bit better than my not doing as much damage as my Berserker would be able to do when I was playing my Berserker. Let's just hit him with a burn. Oh, that was good. See if we can't counter. Banger. Well, that's not too bad. Wintertide file. Rather recall, which you get from the start. Light radius, infrared radius, for vision radius, I should say. Let's have a look. Is it better than my current one? Block value -3. I gain base power. I guess that's the attack. % strength. +1 to block. Okay. Well, that's talent granted, so I'm assuming that's the talent it gives you. Okay. Looks like I gain a bit in terms of defense. So I'll pop it on anyway. Now, where is the exit so I can get out of here? Fortunately, the Wintertide file, or whatever it is, doesn't do very well for being able to see what's around, but you can at least spot enemies a little bit further away than you would otherwise would. So where am I going? Here I am. Well, where is the exit? Oh yeah, the exit's up here. I remember now. I remember seeing it through one of these doors. Yeah, there it is. And let's level ourselves up. Well, that takes Constitution 23 to get 1. 2 points and 2 points. Let's have a look. That's that pushback, which actually wouldn't be too bad. That's actually not too bad. I'm probably going to go with that. Increase the crit chance of counter-strike by 14, goes up to 17. Effective talent level 2.6, okay. Now, where exactly is... I can't see it there, but... increases accuracy. I need to get more strength for that. Let's have a look. Go to 4. Let's get my defense up a little bit more. That's pretty much what the Bulwark is about. That ups my damage. Swords, axes, or maces. Helps me recover from what's the name. I think I'll probably do that. Up my damage, accuracy. I think I'll go with that. Just get my. So I'll be able to wear massive plate, which would be good. Might get that up. Okay, Okay, that gives me a new... No, it didn't. Okay. Let's pop ourselves up to the main world. Don't think there's anything I want to keep there, so we'll sell that. Okay, now we're up onto the main world. Now we've got to go out and gather up our loot, get our levels up a little bit, and then try and complete the main primary quest that we've got here. In terms of that's fairly easy. I don't know whether or not you can do it in one go. Sandworm is kind of not too hard, although I wouldn't mind doing it about 10. The maze I think is a little bit tricky. There's a Minotaur I think that confuses. Daikara, that's going to be a pain in the backside. That one's quite difficult. The Old Forest. I'll probably start those, but that'll be for the next video. I'll probably do each video at the end of end each video at the end of a goal. So we'll finish here and start up on the next video, where we will probably go and do some of the other classes starting areas and do the arena for the most part in Dearth, which will be quite useful to get skill points.